Hello, hello. Happy Christmas Eve. I'm dropping things already. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good day already. Starting out fresh, all that stuff. Let me plug my computer in before it completely goes kaput. Hope you're having a good day. Hopefully, your holiday is going well, the calm before the storm. And if you're not celebrating the holiday, then hopefully, still things are going to go in your favor. Okay. Let me know what you were up to this morning. I got up early, y'all. I got up early. Okay. Can't believe that. But I got up early and I just finished working out and now I'm having a cup of tea and gearing up, seeing what the day is going to bring. I still need to stretch. My legs feel definitely tight, but that is what my morning is looking like thus far. I need a coaster here. Need a coaster. I'm hydrating. Sorry, I'm all over the place here as usual. Let me get off of this this thing here because I'm gonna keep swirling around. Anyway, so that has been my morning. I am hydrating, about halfway done here, so need some more hydration. I definitely feel it. So that is that. Where's my comment section? Am I in the right area? Oh, here we go. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a good day. Let me know what's on the docket for today. Anybody have any Christmas holiday traditions? If you don't celebrate Christmas, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, by the way. But if you do not celebrate Christmas, tell me, what do you do on this holiday, especially if you're in America? I know it's easy to kind of get on this Christmas holiday kind of bandwagon here because people are so much into it. But I know other countries, people don't celebrate it. I do have a friend here that does not celebrate Christmas. What is she, Protestant? I can't remember, but black girl, but she doesn't celebrate Christmas. But she does celebrate the holiday in some capacity because she went home for the holiday with her family. So I'm not really sure exactly about that. We didn't really get into it. But she saved some dollars. Although she has a son whose birthday is like right around this time, so she comes off some dollars. Can't get away from it, right? But let me know what y'all are doing to celebrate your holiday. If there's any like specific traditions that y'all do, like, hey, we wake up Christmas Eve morning and we open presents, or we go for a walk, or we cook like a Sunday breakfast together, or whatever, or it's just a normal day, just maybe getting off work, or if you even have to work. I am blessed this year. I do not have to work Christmas. However, it would not surprise me if that changes next year. But this year, no Christmas or Christmas Eve, which is lovely. If y'all have been here before, you know that my husband, I'm going to bring you just a little bit closer. Come on, just a little closer. There we go. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I probably will turn a light on, but let me know if y'all having some trouble seeing me, okay? No cuteness cam, by the way, y'all, because this is not it. I just finished working out. But my doggie is trying to get this angle together, y'all. So something don't seem right. There we go. She's in the other room, but I've been single the last week. My husband has been out of town, but I picked his bad boy up yesterday at the airport. So we are now a whole family again. So she is chilling with her dude in the room because I am definitely second best in that arena. Okay, so that's fine. He can take her out. Anyway, hello Emily, how are you doing? I've been up since 5. My buddy doesn't like sleeping in. So what have you been doing since 5 o'clock then? Any plans? Any reading? Let me know what that has been. I don't know. Y'all should see all these little streaming things up here, y'all. It looks like aliens for some reason in my head and not Christmas baubles. Okay. I don't know why. It looks like space alien. Let me get this remote, see what this looks like on TV. Hold on a sec, y'all. which is funny because I was just doing my workout. You know, I like at home workouts. I just turned this TV off. I did not think to leave it on. My husband will be coming in shortly anyway, but I didn't think to leave it on. Let me put it on mute here. Y'all don't need to see all the craziness that has been part of this. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me a minute. Emily says, I need to get some dishes done. I mean, I like a good clean dish, so I'm going to second, third, and fifth that. I have a sink full in my dishwasher and my dishwasher is my two hands. You know what? I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with washing dishes by hand. I grew up as the dishwasher in my home, one of the dishwasher. I did not have a dishwasher in like a official dishwasher till I was an adult, like out on my own. Like did I even have it in my first apartment? I don't even think I had it in my first apartment as a dishwasher. So, you know, there's that, but that's fine, you know. You can control the amount of energy that gets expended in your home if you're washing the dishes. Use less water, more water, detergent, all that stuff. Okay. Mary says, I'm reading Grave Talk by Nick Spalding, a prime first read book from October. Okay. That sounds vaguely familiar. I also do the prime reads. Okay, I do that. I've actually been this month going through my prime reads in between things that are Libby are coming through. I've been going through my prime reads folder, and there's some goodies in there. Okay, but you know one thing I have started doing in the last few months, because I don't think I picked up a book in like the last month or two. Before, I used to always just pick up a book because it's free for Prime, even if it doesn't resonate with me. But I've started in the last few months that if nothing doesn't resonate, then just don't pick up anything, because we always have access to a lot of these books, you know. Because before I was like, well, if a book doesn't resonate, I'll just pick a short book, you know, like the little shorties. But then I'm like, why am I even doing that? You know, so, and then I recently read a book that was part of my Prime, The Salt House Place, right? And I'm like it was a 3-year, you know, 3-star. And I'm just, let me know if you've read the Salt House Place. It was okay. It just reiterated that I need to just not pick up books just because Prime offered them to me once a month, you know. But it didn't resonate. I will say the last two that I picked up with them were pretty darn good, but this one, it just did not appeal to me. But hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm good for throwing mine into a folder in my Kindle and forgetting about it for months. I probably have books like 6 months, maybe a year behind, but you know. Hello, Miss Mel. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. What's going on? Mary says, I'm still in the skilled nursing facility getting stronger. I'll be reading Christmas. Okay, you know, I know that they probably do something very holiday in the SNF. Okay, so hopefully you find something that resonates with you and gets you, you know, in a holiday spirit. Okay, I know being sick and not feeling that well, you know, rehab and you know, all those good things doesn't necessarily scream holiday to you. But at the same time, I work in a hospital, so I have a different aspect. Okay. I think I've been seeing a lot lately of people that aren't ready to go home being discharged and then they're coming back. That doesn't bode well for anybody, mind you, because hospitals don't get paid if they come back within 30 days. But still, you know, people want to get well and stay home. So I hope that you have a good holiday for wherever you're at, okay? And I wish you well, okay? Mel says tomorrow we're waking up. The kids are going to open their presents. We're going to make pancakes together, go play in the snow, and then later we're going to build our family gingerbread house. That sounds like a beautiful plan. I like that. How old are your kiddies, Mel? Let me know. I think it's so great when you instill those traditions at a young age. It's more likely that they'll stick as they get older to continue them, but also when they actually get out on their own, is more likely that your kids are going to establish those same traditions or a tradition in general with their own family. So I think that's awesome. I wouldn't mind them pancakes too, girl. That sounds like a fun time, minus the snow, but small snippets, I'm all for it. So Emily said, I read some in the Christmas People for book club on Sunday. I have never heard of that. What is the Christmas People about? I like the floating bubbles. Yeah, they're kind of cute. See, I got some sort of malfunction thing on Restream that I'm using here. So right now they're just stagnant, but on the television here, they're actually moving, which is probably what you see. So I think that's very cute. I like them. They look space alien-ish on the computer here. And I was like, what is that? But here I see the Christmas, the Christmas theme here. Sometimes it's hard to see on the computer. Restream when you hover doesn't tell you what some things are. So you're just trying to figure out like, what the heck is that? First, I was trying to find snow. I couldn't find that either. Let's see, since it is Christmas and Christmas Eve, let me see if they gave me any new graphics. Nope. Oh, hold up. This is something new. I like the white background for the holiday, but let's look at this one. Oh, do y'all like, what is that? I don't know. This kind of, I guess that's kind of holiday-ish. I haven't seen this background. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Wait a minute. Restream right in the middle. How come they didn't put them at the end? Look, we got some new graphics. I kind of like that. That's a holiday graphic. See the little red thing in the back? Let's see. We got, oh, that one looks really cool too. And then what's this one about? Okay. Restream has 4 new holiday graphics in. So let me know which one y'all like. You got that one? It looks like they all match pretty well with the little baubles. I'm thinking I'm liking this one better. It looks like a Christmas wreath. So you got these 4. I like this one and then this one. Let me know which one y'all like. Maybe we can circle. Circle. We'll be here for a little bit. So maybe one we'll do one stream and one another stream. But that was pretty nice. So you got that one overlay and then this one. I don't see anything else. That works. Okay, Restream. I see you. I see you. I see you up in there. All right. So Mel says, I prefer washing dishes with my hands. I do too. Because I feel like you still put them in the dishwasher. And for one, you still have to rinse them. So I'm still washing dishes and putting forth that effort. And then a lot of times they don't come out clean that well. You know, and I stay in Florida, y'all. Water spots on everything because the water here is just shitty. Okay. So everything has water spots on them. Okay. It's horrible. I hate it. The water here is not great out the tap. Okay. But still just the cleanliness factor, some of them still have like residue and things on it. And we've tried different detergent things or whatever. And it varies, and mixing with the water here, you get different results, but there's a film a lot of time that comes on top of your dishes with just the way the water is here with the minerals. So I still feel like I'm rinsing things before I use them anyway. But then some things come out dirty. My husband likes to use the dishwasher. I'm not a fan of the dishwasher, never has. So if he uses the dishwasher, we normally let things pile up and then he'll go ahead and use that. But me personally, I just wash a few dishes on hand at a time and call it a day. Okay. Or a lot. It depends on what's going on. But I'm a hand dishwasher compared to him. I don't like a dishwasher running for an hour. Like that's a long time. And you really do need to be there because we have had a dishwasher back up on us twice where we didn't have like house flooding, but we did have like, you have the foam bubbles coming out from underneath and you're like, what the heck is that? So you really need to be home so you can know what's going on with your dishwasher. But washing for an hour is a lot of resources. I don't know the amount, but still it's a lot of resources. I could wash for 10 minutes and be done. Emily says, I'm 48 and I never had a dishwasher or a garage and I live in Illinois. Are you in like an apartment or is it just a house that doesn't have a garage? I can see the dishwasher thing. I could totally see that. I grew up in houses my entire life. And it wasn't until I was, did I even have my apartments? I'm trying to think if I had a dishwasher in my first apartment. I know I had it in my second. But yeah, still, either way, we never had dishwashers growing up. That just wasn't me. We were too rich for our blood. And garages, yeah, we've had detached garages, but never used them for cars. Every once in a while, it just varies. But I mean, it's not a requirement in life. It's just, it's one of those nice things, but definitely not a requirement. But, whatever works for you. Some people have those things and don't ever use them. Emily says to Mel, it sounds like a magical Christmas. It sounds nice and peaceful. And I like that you're making it something special for the kiddies. I think that's always good. Okay. I think Christmas, in the idea of what we as a whole think of Christmas and allow Christmas to be, which is a very festive, colorful, jovial, consumerism type of deal, as a whole, I'm gonna say. I think it's beautiful that you're making that a really great tradition. Okay. And I think that's awesome. It makes it a magical time of year. I like that. We hope to keep the magic alive. Exactly. And it's for the kids. Like, that's the way I think of it, is for kids. I think as adults, in the way we celebrate it, it loses some of that magic and that allure. To me, it's just a good excuse to kind of hang with people and do some fun stuff. So nothing wrong with that. Mary says, that's what I'm going to do, Courtney. I get so excited to pick a book and then don't read them. I'm talking about Prime. This surprised me and I'm enjoying it. I have books PFR for 20. Prime books from 2021. Ooh, that's a long time. I don't think I have any from that long ago. My folder had like 10 books in it. I've read 3 this month. So I'm doing one now. I'm actually, Black AF history came through again from the library. I read 50% like a month and a half ago. So I'm getting through the rest. In the next few days, I'm gonna get back to my Prime reading. But yeah, I don't have any from that long ago. I don't think I picked up Prime books back then. But yeah, it's just be selective. You have so many options for books. So yeah, we can definitely be selective, because sometimes the books just don't appeal to me, Like, I'm not one of those literary fiction girls where it's like feel good books of the century. I mean, I've had a few of those, and it's always really kind of something lacking to a certain extent, depending on who wrote it. So I'm just like, if nothing appeals, I'm not gonna do it, But there's some goodies in those Prime books. I will tell you that there's definitely some goodies in there, but there's definitely also some that just doesn't resonate. So you can be selective. But hopefully you have some really good books in there you can choose. Emily says, I always forget about getting my Prime first reads. Really? I feel like they are constantly bombarding me with these emails. Have you got your first Prime read yet? Have you got your first Prime read? Yes. I'm like, yes, I picked it up, or no, because I don't plan to choose any. I keep getting that email and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, did I pick it up? Did I select no? Like, I normally don't do it at the beginning of the month. So by halfway through, if I have not selected anything, it's probably because I'm just not going to. So I fall back on that if I can't remember. But yeah. I feel like they're constantly just asking you about and sending you emails about it. It's like, opt me out, folks. Okay. My son is 6 and my daughter's 2.5. Oh, you got little ones. Okay. I knew one of your kids was like young, like under 4. I thought the other one was a little bit older. Okay, out. So you're knee deep in this holiday, make it cool season. Now, are they holiday Christmas believers? Santa type thing? Hey, Santa got us this, Emily says the Christmas People is a second chance romance where the female main character gets stuck in the Hallmark comp world. Oh, that's fun. So everything's like perfect and magical. Okay, I get you. I wonder what that third act breakup's gonna be. Mary said, Emily, I got an email to remind me. Yeah, exactly. Always an email. The gold was really pretty. It is pretty. I like that one. It goes very well with the whole theme there, I will say, especially with the baubles. Let me see if it's going to come on the screen. It goes really good with the baubles there, but a lot of these actually do match. I don't know. This one's, I don't know if it screams Christmas. I don't know. I'm thinking Underworld for some reason, like water. Like this is coral or something. I don't know. I will go with the consensus. We'll go a little bit further in the chat and go. Yeah, I'm looking at it on the screen. I think it does look cute. You like the darker one? I did too. I like the red and green line needles in the back. Red and green line. Is this one? Hold up. I like having options. That's what I like about Restream is options. Is that one you're talking about? Yeah, like the nettles. Yeah, you're right. Yes, but it reminds me of like under the sea. Under the sea. I like the dark colors too. Oh, so this is tea. Tea in one of my favorite mugs. You can tell. You got the chip. One of my favorite mugs. This is tea in my happy place. So that is the drink of the day, tea. Tea. Although my husband and I was trying to figure out what to do today. Tomorrow is definitely a stay at home, probably just do us. So I don't know how much I'll be online for tomorrow. Normally I'll sneak in a little bit. But today he's still sleeping. So I got up and worked out because I need it. I've been slacking lately. I really just needed to do something with my body. And so I'm going to take a shower the first sprint. And then we were actually talking about later. We'll see, because it's supposed to be 80 degrees. That's beautiful. I'm telling you, when you're down south, I think you get the best of all the holiday stuff because the weather doesn't get in the way of you celebrating a holiday, of being comfortable going from place to place. But I understand the appeal of snow and cold. I grew up in Texas initially, so you could be wearing shorts and a tank top for Christmas or wearing a big old coat the next. It just depended on Mother Nature. And it's been a long time since I've lived in the South and experienced things like that. So being back in the South, I really am enjoying that aspect. It's only been a little bit. So we were talking about actually going to the beach and just walking around, not swimming because it might be too cold. But that was our idea today, of taking a nice little walk on the beach, maybe getting some food. So we'll see. Tomorrow I am making a Christmas gumbo though. That is going to be delicious. I got all the stuff. I'm keeping it simple. Mel says, yeah, I don't trust dishwashers to wash my dishes properly. Although I do understand that they are lifesavers for busy people and disabled people. That is true. That is definitely true. I didn't grow up with that at all. So it's just a whole new concept. I was just like, oh, is this a rich people thing? I think the first time I got an apartment that had a dishwasher, I don't even think I ever really used it. I think I used it for storage every now and then, but it just didn't appeal to me. As a single person, unless you're using to have a lot of dishes and using up all the dishes in the house, it really doesn't work for you. It's more of a waste. I didn't have a lot of dishes as a single person, so it didn't make sense to use a dishwasher. But I completely understand that it can definitely help people, just not my thing. Emily has scraped a lot of snow. Hey, good luck with that. I'm not doing none of that, okay? None of that. It's so funny because my husband actually went back home to Pennsylvania. That's where he's from. And last week, I picked him back up yesterday. And when he got there, it had snowed. And the day he left, it had snowed. He was so happy to come back. We'd be talking and he's like, what's the temperature? I'm like 75. He gets so upset. But so he's very happy to be home with the warmer weather. He keeps saying, F that. He left a lot of his winter clothes there. So when he goes, he doesn't have to bring as much stuff. He loves the whole carry on without having to check a bag. And he was like, I left a lot of this cold stuff there. So it's already there when I go back. Mel says, no, they don't believe in Santa. He's just a character that represents Christmas in their eyes. You know what? I think you told me that on the last stream, and I was telling people that at work because I have some a coworker that has like a 9-year old, and I forgot the age of the other one, and we were talking about the whole belief in Santa and not ruin it for other people. And I was saying that somebody was telling me that Santa is a representation or an embodiment of Christmas, so don't necessarily take it literal. So I like that idea, I really do. Mel says we didn't want them to feel like they've been intentionally lying. We've been lying to them. And with my son being autistic, he's very literal. So I know he would definitely be upset to find out Santa wasn't real. Good food for thought. I didn't think about that because some people can't like really kind of grasp that concept. I get you. Yeah, you don't want to seem like it's lying, like, oh my gosh, mommy's horrible. I see some IG videos where people are like disclosing that to their kids, which I don't know why people would want to. I mean, it's all for likes and stuff, you know. Excuse me. But the idea that people are kind of disclosing like things like that on camera with their kids and putting their kids on the spot, you know, like the whole we ate all your Halloween candy and then your kid has a very violent reaction. I don't know. To each his own. I'm having a hard time spelling this morning because probably I haven't had my coffee. I meant pine needles, not line needles. Oh, that's fine. I get it. We'll do this one because it's on here. And I do think this is my favorite. And then we'll switch on the next sprint. So remind me in case I don't do it. But yeah, I think they're all really great. High five, Restream. High five. Mel said, yes, we've definitely been getting a lot of snow and cold temperatures out here in PA. You gotta love the area. I am not looking forward to all of that stuff at all. Although when I first moved up north, I stayed up north for like a good 15 years in each of the coasts. And I will say that I had this idea in my head about snow in cold areas of the country. I always thought that, okay, it's freezing and it's snowing constantly. You know, it's so not that case. It's just, you know, I try to explain it to my mom. She's lived in Texas all her life. And I'm like, it's not always snowing. It's just every once in a while you get some snow and it stops. You know, it's pretty that first day. And then, you know, they shovel it into big dirty piles with chemicals and you hope it don't leach into the environment. Okay, we got the macabreness, but I'm just saying that it's not completely just snowing 24/7. So oh yeah. So here's what I wanted to do. Of course, we have our Christmas timers. My goal here is, what did I get the timer to be here? 45. Okay. My goal is 2 to 3 sprints. Okay. We'll see where that goes. Okay. But goal is at least 2 45s and then maybe a 30. Okay. But I did want to do a little Christmas trivia. Unfortunately, I did not find a cool one where it doesn't show you the answer. I just found an article. So I'm going to read some of them and we will. I can't do it on screen without you seeing it. Darn it. All right, well, I'm going to just read it. All right. I'm going to just have to go back and forth between these screens, okay? So what is the name of the season leading up to Christmas? Let me know what your answer is on that one. Hey, Miss Alicia, Merry Christmas. How are you doing? What are you up to today? Doing any fun stuff with the kiddos? Let us know. So what is the season leading up to Christmas, y'all? Let us know. Let us know. I got licorice tea going on here, by the way. I think I did say tea. I didn't say it was licorice. I did get a new brand, though. It has a whole different tea bag compared to the ones I used to have were round tea bags, and these are square. I don't know. I do think they have a better licorice flavor, though, the longer I steep it compared to the other ones. So I'm not mad at it. That is still pretty nice. Alicia says, I'll be eating breakfast and baking cookies and reading Illusions of Decency in between. Illusions of Decency. Okay. That sounds like a fun title. It sounds spicy. Okay, let me know what Illusions of Decency is about. Winter. Oh, Emily got it. The season leading up to Christmas. I don't know if I would have got that either. So I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have said winter myself. Okay, but yes, it's called Advent. Number two, which country is credited with starting the Christmas tree tradition? Ooh, I don't think I would get this one either. I wish I could put this on screen for y'all. But the thing is, if I was to put it on there, you would see the answer right next to it. I didn't think ahead too much before this sprint. I just know I wanted to do some Christmas trivia. I didn't find like an app or something. I just found an article. So hopefully try not to try not to be Google it, because this might be we might be seeing the same article, because I did not go very far and scroll very far to find one. It's like, yep, that sounds good. Hello, lovely Atia, you beautiful person as well, by the way. How you doing? Merry Christmas, happy holidays, all that good stuff. Christmas movies and Christmas Eve gift later on. Ooh, okay, I like that. So for people that open Christmas presents, do you do Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Or you're greedy and you do both? I'm kidding. Mel says Advent. Okay. Yep. And Emily said Germany. Oh, you are rocking. Okay. We are rocking. I should be maybe taking some answers, but a tally, but I'm not. We'll do the honor system. Y'all keep track if y'all want to. But Emily at this point is 2. Germany it is, yes. Yeah, I love a good Christmas movie. What did I see? I saw a few Hallmarks the other day. You know what I saw, y'all, yesterday? I know we're off on a tangent because this is definitely not Christmas, okay? I saw that Diddy documentary on Netflix, y'all, the 4-part series. Let me know if y'all saw that. Yesterday, I don't know why my husband and I were watching that, but we did. We went from watching, what the heck did we watch? Oh my gosh. Oh, we watched a Dave Chappelle stand-up show. I didn't know he had a new one until we went across of it. It was good. And then we watched the Diddy documentary. Yeah. Let me know what y'all thought of it. Okay. Let me know. Yep. Legions of Decency is by Kevin Petaway and is a fantasy adventure. Okay. Is that a romantasy? Nope. It's Germany. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that either. I'm gonna front load these questions as we talk about stuff in the comments here. Next question is, what color are mistletoe berries? See, I don't think I would have got this one either. I would have said another color, but we'll talk about it. So what color are mistletoe berries? See, if I could type fast, I would put them in here, but y'all probably get the answer before I'd be able to type in stuff. So maybe next year, y'all, I'll prepare ahead of time. Okay. This is the chaotic version of Christmas stuff, but y'all know this channel. We're about having some fun, okay? Hopefully we get to this sprint. We may just talk. So yes, a lot of them works for today. Yes, Christmas movies are fun. We always do Christmas Day. Oh, okay. I get you. Christmas Day I feel like if you open up presents on Christmas Eve, then, which I know it's about spending time together, but it's nice to also have something to open on Christmas Day. Oop, you do both. I like that idea too. Christmas Eve gifts are usually Christmas PJs and activity and go to read for later for a bit. I like that idea too. When you have a family of readers, you can all engage in a really cool activity. So I like that. I actually put up a little Christmas tree. I'll probably take a picture, maybe put it in the Discord. But I put up a little tree this year. I put some little presents underneath them. So we actually have some things simple, nothing crazy. I know what everything is, but we may open up something today and then something tomorrow. So we'll see. Emily says, lucky guess for Germany. I only guessed it because of O Tannenbaum. I don't know that. Oh, is that song? I get you. Red is what I would have guessed. Mel said red and white, and Emily said white. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Emily because Emily was was firm in that. Okay, Mel, you said red question mark, white question mark. Emily was like, white. It is. I know the answer. Okay. Don't mess with me. Good job, Emily. Emily is Googling. Okay. I think Emily is Googling. Good job on that one. Okay. Let's see a next question. But it is white. I think I would know this one. Okay. What plant is known as the Christmas flower? Christmas flower, y'all. What do you think that answer is? What plant is the Christmas flower? Let's see. Emily says, growing up, we did Christmas Eve and then day for an extended family. You know what? That's actually a good idea. I think, did my family ever do that? I don't know. We didn't have a whole lot of Christmas stuff. But I do like the idea if you are traveling, like local. What is the noise I'm hearing? Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, I was going to show y'all something cool, but it ran away. I have skylights in my house, and I constantly have squirrels going up on the skylight, scaring the crap out of my dog. She gets freaked out. That and with rain, but you can see the squirrels playing on the skylights. It almost sounds like somebody's trying to break into your house from the ceiling, but I just saw the squirrel run around and then it ran away. I was going to flip the screen up, but yeah, you ever see an underside of a squirrel? I see it all the time. Anyway, it is nice if you're traveling local to be able to do like Christmas Eve at your home, like, or, depending on which day you're traveling. I'm just saying that open up Christmas, stuff one day and then open up a next. It's like two different experiences. I think that's always a fun time. So if you're local, nope, it's white. It's white. Illusions of Decency is just fantasy, mostly about mercenaries. Okay. See, in my little potty mind, it totally was something different. But yeah, decency murder is not decent. Holly is not it. You know what? I might have guessed that one. That's not it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to be on the honor system in my head, even though I see the answer. I wonder if I would have said that too. I don't know. Let me scroll down, see if anybody got it here. Oh, no, got to give it to Emily. Emily got it first. Emily is the one to beat in this non-scoring arena we have here. But yes, Alicia, you are correct. But Holly, Emily said it first. Okay, Emily, I see you, girl. Sorry, I have allergies going here in case y'all don't know me, right? Okay, next question. What snack is traditionally left out for Santa? Okay, we should all know this crap. Okay. What snack do you leave for Santa? Emily says, don't Google. Alicia says Emily loves Christmas time and she knows it. Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that. Okay. It's a good time. It's a festive time. That's one of the things I love about Christmas time is that for the most part, in some fashion, people celebrate something around this holiday season that allows you to go around wearing stupid ears around town or dressing up or decorating and stuff, like you have people that do like Hanukkah, you have Kwanzaa, you have Christmas, I don't know about any other holidays around now, but I'm just saying it's the idea that most people are celebrating something, at least where I grew up. So it's hard to not get in some sort of holiday spirit because of that. I know there's a push lately of happy holidays. I get it. I mean, to each his own, Christmas tree, holiday tree, you're celebrating something. I have an issue when people are just trying to take away anything. Like we're not doing nothing. I have problems with that, but I get trying to be all inclusive. I just say respect people. If I say Merry Christmas, then respect that. Okay. Don't be like, oh no, Christmas is about, to each his own, don't be a hater. That's the main thing. Okay. Milk and cookies and carrots for the reindeer. Okay. Emily went a little extra, but I get you. We got to include them because they are part of the workforce. Okay. I get you. You know who does not get love? The elves. What are we doing for them? Because they made all the toys and was in that sweatshop. And what did we give them? I think they get some candy canes or candy along the way while they're making things. But we, as the public that are on the receiving end, don't give them nothing. Like, does Santa throw them a little party at the end of the season? Be like, thank you for your hard work. Here's a fist bump, high five, pat on the butt. Do they get anything? I don't know. Like, I would like to know what's the end result. Like at the holiday season, like what is Santa doing to show the appreciation that the public enjoys that? I don't know. All right, let's see. I'm gonna skip around on here. What sweet treat is shaped like a shepherd's staff? Okay, I would have got this one. What sweet treat is shaped like a shepherd's staff? Actually, you know what? Alicia got it first. Okay, Emily, you have been usurped. Okay. Alicia got it first. I'm skipping around in the comments, y'all. Okay, milk and cookies was it. So we're on to the next question. What sweet treat is shaped like a shepherd's staff? Emily says, I love Christmas, even though it comes with a lot of emotions. My mom passed away Christmas morning in 2000 from ovarian cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that it's been marred by, something so tragic, but she's there in spirit with you, and that's a beautiful thing. Okay. Let it be, change it to something that is something beautiful, that you always have a spirit to think of her on Christmas Day. I think that's awesome. Think of the traditions and things that she's taught you around Christmas too, as well. I'm always about kind of changing things to have a positive spin on something. Otherwise, it gets you down, especially when it's such a momentous like holiday and stuff, and something tragic happens. You really gotta kind of change your mindset in thinking about that. But I also know it's easier said than done. Mel, cookies by itself does not cut it. Okay, you have to say milk and cookies. Emily says you knew Advent for sure. Everything else is a guess. You know what? Nothing wrong with a guess. I love Jeopardy. Yeah, I'm a bit of a dork. Whatever. I love Jeopardy. And you know what I will say? Most of the answers I get are guesses. Really good guesses. And I guess very well. So, like, I'll go into patients' rooms. My glasses are filthy. Jeopardy. What is it? Jeopardy. Family Feud. Jeopardy, family. I'm thinking of shows and things that patients watch a lot whenever I go into the rooms. So you have Jeopardy, Family Feud, Independence Day is always on for some reason, and what else do patients watch all the time? Friends is on quite often. So those are the things I watch with patients as I'm going in and out. I'll catch, an episode of Jeopardy going in and out of patients' room. And I guess very well. Patients will be like I'll walk in and they're in the middle of a question and I'll be like, dun, 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 hey, I'm here to serve you. And they'll be like, where the hell did you just come from? You led with an answer. It's like, that's just me. And then I'll sit there and I'll play with them as I'm waiting for them to finish whatever they're doing. So sometimes we leave apple slices for the reindeer. Okay. Get that glycemic index up. We're good with that. But yes, that's healthier than candy. That's pretty good. Alicia says they get cocoa and treats from Mrs. Claus. Okay. That works. They don't talk about that though. They just need to, I think they need more love. Okay, Mel coming through with the candy canes, and then so is everybody else. Okay, Mel for the win. You on that board, Miss Mel. That's number 2. Let's see. Okay, what December holiday is known as the Festival of Lights? I think I would have got this one too. Festival of Lights. What is that holiday? Let us know. I'm going to give that to the candy cane to Mel. So what is the Festival of Lights called? Emily says, I am also washing dishes. Hey, you got to wash them dishes. Keep them clean. Okay. My husband keeps trying to say that we don't have to worry about like using the dishwasher, because I have an issue when he tries to fill that bad boy half full and then run it. I was like, no, sir. That needs to be full. Otherwise, you need to wash them dishes by hand or just wait. That's why we have a lot of dishes. But he's like, well, if you just wash your dishes as you use them, we wouldn't have dishes pile up. Sometimes I do that, but other times it's like I'm busy. Like if I'm working like a day at a time, that's fine. But I may work sometimes 2 or 3 days in a row. And your girl goes to work, then I come back and I go to sleep, and then I go to work and I go to sleep. Like might be my life for a minute. So I might check out. Like if I completely check out of BookTube and you haven't seen me, is because I'm working. Girl making some money. I don't have time for dishes. That's what you're here for. Like that's what he is. He works from home. What are you doing? Playing video games and watching TV. You can't do some dishes? No. Especially I front load the cooking. So I may be at work, but I don't already cook a meal or two. So you can eat. But hello, Ashley. As well. Welcome. We are actually playing. I think it says my connection is lost, and I'd like him. Let me know if y'all hear me. I'm frozen on the screen. I kind of like this whole putting myself on the big screen in here because I still see myself talking here, but I don't see myself on here. I can see when the connection is lost. Let me know. Okay, it looks like I'm unfrozen. Okay, y'all, frozen. Y'all see me moving? Internet, that's what happens. It looks like my connection has recovered. Okay, high five on that one. Okay, so the trivia question is, what December holiday is the Festival of Lights? Let me see if anybody's gotten it. Okay, Ashley came through with Hanukkah. Hanukkah. See, right in the chats, and you have already gotten an answer. Okay, I'm with that one. Okay, so next question is, let's see, what classic ballet is performed during the holiday season? Oh, this one's too easy. I think the questions are getting a little bit easier. Y'all, Restream's acting up. I just saw a blank screen. All right, I think it's recovered. If I'm looking here, is because I'm trying to make sure I see what y'all see, okay? So, what classic ballet is performed during this holiday season? Let us know, okay? Okay, back to chat. So, Emily, sorry to hear that. Hugs. We got your back. Okay? Yeah, Jeopardy's awesome, okay? I like Jeopardy. I'm not the best at it. I go hard for Team Jeopardy though, y'all. Okay, put me in there, coach. I get them answers like nothing. Okay, Team Jeopardy is where it's at. College Jeopardy, I'm about half-seas. I do a better job than in adult Jeopardy. But sometimes them Jeopardy categories, I be rocking and rolling. But you can count on me. I can get at least 3 or 4 on a board, and that's pretty good for me just walking in off the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. But yeah, Team Jeopardy is on there. Okay, let's get some like junior high Jeopardy in there. Okay, put me in there. Okay, just give me a spot. I'm taking it home. Okay, I haven't seen that and they haven't called me, but let me know. Okay, I can rock that one. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Yeah, that's a big one. Wheel of Fortune. Patients love that. What do y'all think of Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White? Okay. Vanna, we already know. Girl, okay. What about Ryan Seacrest? Do y'all like that change up? It just looks weird to me. I'm just saying. Although he seems like he looks just as old as she does. So maybe it's a good match. But let me know what y'all think of Ryan Seacrest being up in there versus Pat Sajak. Okay, we have a winner here. We got Alicia with the Nutcracker. Yes, that is the classic ballet for the holiday season is Nutcracker. Good job. High five. Let me see what else we have in here. Okay, here's one. I need to stump y'all because it's been too easy. In Victorian Christmas traditions, bells were rung to choose what. Hold up. In Victorian Christmas traditions, bells were rung to chase away what? I've never heard of this. Never heard of that. Okay. What is that? Let us know. Let us know. Where am I at in the chat? I'm trying not to click around too much, otherwise I will lose my track. Yes, we're thinking now. Just popping by. Dinner is being made. Ooh, yeah. Let me know. Let us know what you get. Let us know what's up in there. Where are my mom's? Dinner eventually, then gifts, and then all the jazz. Heading back home tomorrow. See, and you when you're at someone else's house, yeah, you're helping, but you don't have to do everything, and that's what's nice. That's what's nice. Okay, so we got the answer to the last question. Emily, you might as well answer because I don't know what. See, I think I would have gotten that one. I think I would have got that one. Yeah, it was glitchy. Thank you. There you now. Yep. I'm trying to keep an eye on the glitch. I like this whole. I see now why people kind of sprint and put themselves on the big screen sometimes. So you can see. Because it's like a 10-second lag already. But it's nice to be like, uh-oh. You ever been talking and then you realize, like, especially if you have a large chat, you're like, hold up, these people haven't heard me for 5 minutes. I just been talking. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Nutcracker. Yep, yep, yep. Jordan Spelling. Nutsy. That's funny. Ghosts and spirits. Okay. Do I want to give it to y'all? I'll give it. I'll give it. I'll give it to Mel. Okay. I'm going back and forth between the screen, y'all. Okay, if y'all new here. It's supposed to chase away evil spirits or bad luck. That's the Victorian tradition for the bells. So, yep. Here's one I have not heard of before. What is the name of the period between Christmas and New Year's? I would not get this at all. I'm trying to figure out, how did they come up with that? I don't know. Okay, so what is the name of the period between Christmas and New Year's? Try not to Google that one, okay? What is that? Let me know. Thank you very much for coming by. Hope you have a beautiful holiday. Get some good food in your belly, okay? You're going to fall asleep, okay? Because it's going to be so good, okay? So I'm not even mad at you. So have a good day. And if you don't get a chance to read, then that's okay. Make sure you get a to-go plate too, because that is important. Evil spirits. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it to all of y'all because I think y'all kind of said it between Mel and Ashley and Emily, although Emily said it like it's plain text of what the article said, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to help you out. Which is why it's ironic that Marley is wearing chains that clatter. I never thought of that. Yeah. He's dragging the chains. Okay. Yeah, and he's a spirit. Yep, I get you. Nope. Okay. How you know that, Alicia? Twixtmas. Yep. Never. Bill says a fever dream. I've never heard of that. They period between Christmas and New Year's. Who knew? How do we get to Twix? Twix, like in between Twix? I don't know that one. Oh man, they have so many different things in here. Okay, let's do that's a few article, like this article I'm looking at, it separates, has different sections about different things. And I'm like, what in the world? Man. Okay, let's do one that's real small and then we'll get to our first sprint. Okay. I don't want to go on too long before the next sprint. And then we'll do some other stuff. More articles. Okay, so here's the next question. What company popularized Santa's modern red suits? I would not have guessed this. Okay. What company popularized Santa's red suit? I always thought that was just a thing. What do I know? Yeah, you were correct, Alicia. Yep. Emily is slacking, girl. Early Christian calendar, 12 days of Christmas. No, because you have between Christmas and New Year's. That's not 12 days. I heard it in passing once. I heard it on and held on to the information. Okay, well, that's a good one right there. Random trivia. I love it. I was way off, like Mel says. I would have been too. What does that mean? I can eat Twix chocolate all the way. I was like, what is chocolate after Google. I was there. When it, I was to it. I don't think I don't know if y'all hear me. With the polar bear and the Coca-Cola commercial. That's what I thought. But I was wrong. I was wrong. More Coca-Cola. Oh, let me know if y'all hear me. So maybe I could keep talking, but I definitely look like I'm frozen. I'm gonna turn a light on too. Okay, looks like I'm back. Looks like I'm back. Ooh. All right. Yeah, but Coca-Cola, Macy's, probably right. Macy's. I did turn the light on, so it does look a little bit more crisp. So that's something there. Let's see. Where was I at before? Oh, let me do the next question. We already did that one. Da-da-da. Okay. In Elf, what does Buddy put on his spaghetti? So in the movie Elf, played by Will Ferrell, what does Buddy put on his spaghetti? I have not seen the movie Elf all the way through, but I do indeed know and have seen this scene. I wonder if somebody would have asked me if I would have gotten this answer, though. But very hilarious, I will say that. Alicia says, now me Googling. Oh, okay, we went through that one. Recovering from festivities and preparing for the new year. Exactly. Cheaters never prosper. You know what? I would like to say that is so not true, but it's definitely not true. I think they get theirs in the end, but they definitely can prosper in the short term. There's the Coca-Cola answers. Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't even think of that one. I definitely would have said like some department store or a movie or something. You can't spell. Oh, there we go. So what was the answer? Coca-Cola. Yep. Maple syrup. Okay. Yep. Syrup was definitely the answer. I see Alicia saying chocolate syrup, but y'all got chocolate. Okay. There we go. Chocolate was the answer. Oh, here's a fun one. I'm just skipping around, y'all, since I saw this article. This thing is huge. So I'm just skipping around to some fun ones. What toy was wildly popular in 1983? What toy was popular in 1983? Wildly popular. Now, as a seasons gal myself, I was around in that era, and I know exactly what they were talking about. And I was all for it. So, what wildly popular toy was in 1983? Let us know. This will be the last question, then we'll go to the sprints, so I can go take a shower. Chocolate syrup, marshmallow candy. Just looked gross and made my teeth hurt watching it. It was hilarious. That movie has actually been very popular for patients as well in the hospital. I've seen a lot of people watching that. Oh, Alicia got it. Cabbage Patch. Yep, you're correct. Cabbage Patch. Now, I always saw it labeled as Cabbage Patch Kids versus Cabbage Patch Dolls. How did y'all say it? But kid dolls, yep, same thing. Okay, there we go. Alicia's up in that mix. No idea. I was gonna say spinning tops. Oh, you were way back. That's not as fun as the Cabbage Patch. I will say that. Bernadette Eddie, my first one that I got for my first communion. Oh, keep that. That might be worth some money. You never know. What's the condition of it? You'd be surprised. There's some really, really big collectors of things, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let's get to the first sprint. See, if I had time, this would be fun to do these things for a long time, but we are only here for a few hours because mama's got to do some stuff. So let's get to our first sprint here. And it's a fun one, I think. Let me see, where are we at? Restream is being slow. Here we go. There we go. We got an elf race going on, okay? We got some elves. So who's going to be winning this race? Where is... Okay, so we have a purple guy, a brown girl, a green, no, let's say blue girl. I should have went with hats, but anyway, and a green girl. So let me know who y'all gonna choose. I am going to choose brown girl in the red festive outfit because she's festive and she's really fun looking. Okay, she got the reindeer ears like myself, so I'm gonna go with girl number 2, and I'm gonna name her. Let me see. What are we gonna name her today, y'all? What should we name these elves? You think we should start naming folks? I'm gonna name number 2. For some reason in my head, I got the name Betty. I have no idea. That's just a weird name. But hold up. Didn't you just say, Bernadette Eddie? That is where I got that name from. Okay. I'm sitting there like, why would I think of the name Betty? And that's because I mixed up what you said. Okay. I think it's Kismet and it's meant to be then. So number 2 is Betty. That's who I'm going to choose. What do y'all think? Who do you think should win? My mom used to collect them. I used to have a few in boxes. Keep them. Dust off that box. Keep it in good condition. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. Like my husband has he was big into baseball back in the day, like super huge, may have made something of it, if he wouldn't have got hurt or whatever. But he's been collecting baseball cards since he's been 3. Okay. Mom and dad are like hoarders with keeping and preserving childhood stuff, right? And he has this case, actually 2 of them, full of baseball cards. And I'm just like, dude, if anything we're going to keep in this house, it's those, because at some point we need to get these things appraised, because you may have some rare gem in there that's worth some money. Like he started going through them at one point and then lost interest because there's probably well over 2,000 cards in there. But of the 100 he went through, they were just cheap little dollar gum cards, the cards that come with the gum. But you never know. It may still be something in there, okay? It's a lot of cards, and he's had them for years. Time to start baking. Okay. I get you. Watch out. Wash your hands really good and try not to taste too much, because then by the time you finish, if you taste too much, then you're sweet it out, That'll be a fun time. Get the kiddies involved. I love baking cookies with my mom when I was younger. Her body is pretty black from dirt, but she looks good for 41. Hey, you know what? You can always wipe her off, get them alcohol wipes and just scrub her. You never know. What was her color anyway? Was she a brown girl or was she a white girl? Like, how dirty did you make her? But you never know. Clean them up, Get her appraised. That could be a retirement plan, Emily, okay? Get Bernadette Betty out there, okay? Doing some things. Bernadette Eddie. I'm into Betty, number 2. Let's see. Mel says they're creepy. Number 1 looks very creepy. I'm not going to lie. However, if I'm not mistaken, I think I chose the purple when I did this sprint last week and I won. I don't know. I could be wrong. But 4 looks fun too. I would choose between 2 and 4 because I think they look cute. But I'm going to go with number 2, who is Betty. Alicia also wants Betty. Emily goes with 3. I mean, number 2 will be like, not number 2. Number 3 will be like, I've come to give you some presents. Number 3, for some reason, and this is sounds so bad because I love him, Patrick Stewart. That's what he reminds me of for some reason. Mel's gonna go with number 4, Green Gal. Okay, yeah, kind of creepy. I agree. Hey, Molly, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. How are you doing? Hello, hello. You just missed some trivia. We're going to come back and do a little bit more, but first we're going to go ahead and get these elves to get some exercise for the day because, you know, that for all the sweets and cocoa and thing they need to ingest, they need to run it off, okay? Number 2 is Twinkle because of the stars. Where are the stars? Oh, on the leggings. Okay, I see it. Yeah, but her name's Betty. I've already commandeered it. I've already commandeered it. The one with the crown. Okay, number 4. She's cute. She's cute. I like it. I like it. Say hello to Molly. Actually says number 1 is staring into our souls. Yes, he is. He is. He sounds like he's trying to brainwash you. Don't look too closely, okay? Y'all are fun. Alicia is starting with the whiskey cookies, so don't want to try too many. Oh, girl, that's the cookies to make at the end of the day. Okay. I ain't mad at it. I don't know. Don't get the kids involved in that, okay? Because then the law may get involved, and then that's a whole nother problem. But whiskey cookies, I'm not mad at it. Are you doing these where they get like a little pocket of fun goodness in the middle? You know what I'm talking about? Or is it just the overall flavor? Because you know they have those liquor candies. I got to some of those a while back, y'all. It's been a minute. But I got some of the liquor chocolates where they have like a good pocket of goodness in it. Kind of like cordial cherries, but you get a shot. They're not even that big, truthfully. It's like less than a thimbleful. But those are really good. I like that a lot. Emily says, I will never get rid of Bernadette Eddy, pronounced Edie. Oh, Bernadette Eddy. Okay. We survived the Oregon Trail together. Hey, you know what? That's your ride or die, okay? You should clean her off, put her on the shelf, that type thing, you know? My mom used to have a doll connection back in the day, #quarter. And so she would put the dolls that she really, really liked a lot in like plastic bags and set them on the shelf. Yep. 3 is a fake elf. She's a Smurf. Or he's a Smurf. But he got stars on his pants. She does look a bit alienish. I'm not going to lie. She does indeed look like an alien. But she's cute. I'm good. Just getting started with my day. It's mid-afternoon. Okay. You know what? Sometimes you need to sleep in. I exercised. I got that out of the way. I feel good, sore. So I'm going to stretch a little bit after this and then go take a shower. Mel said, yes, an alien overlord came to control us. But she's cute. They go after the chocolate chip cookies. Oh, that's some good ones too. I ain't mad at it. Man, mad at it. So dates and whiskey. Oh, Alicia's dangerous. You know what I would love to do? My husband doesn't drink, and so that's the issue. I don't really like liquor around. But my mom, when I was younger, would buy fruitcake. I like fruitcake. To each his own. Don't judge me. That's okay. I enjoy fruitcake. Okay. I know it's not popular, but I have never had an issue with fruitcake ever. If we go by a store today, then I'm going to try to find some because I completely forgot to try to find some. But I'm not going out of my way. I plan to stay out of the store unless it's convenient. But sometimes you can go to CVS and they have those little cheap fruit cakes, you know, in the little Christmas section. But anyway, so my mom would have 2 fruit cakes. She would have one in like a tin that she would soak in rum. She would like put a little bit of rum on it for like, I don't know, maybe not a week. That might be a stretch. But a few days prior, she would just put a little bit of rum each day and soak it in that. And that was the grown-up fruit cake. And then there was the kids' fruit cake. But y'all, oh, it was good. Oh my gosh. If you have not had cake or just sweets soaked in something, you are missing out, okay? Because that rum would make it juicier. You know, because fruitcake is kind of dry, depending on where you get it from. I'm fine with that. But but that rum would just make it just, oh, and like I said, a little bit each day. So it wasn't like just, soaked like at the bottom pulling, but it was just a little bit each day. So it's soaked in there and you got that infusion. You only need like one or two pieces and you're like, what? What's going on? So good. Rolo Pretzel treats for New Year's. Ooh, I've never heard of that. I bet that'll be delicious. Okay. I like cooking treats with the kitties. That'll be fun. Hey, Kat, how are you doing? Happy Christmas Eve. Getting myself organized before heading out the door. Need to stop at the bank before going to the son's apartment to feed his cats. Okay. There we go. There we go. Take care of the kitties. They need their holiday treats too. Hopefully, you get them something good. You're going to the bank, so get them a little money. That works. Happy Christmas Eve to Kat. About to have breakfast and then so much to do before tomorrow. Get to it. Get her done. Get her done. Mel is so good. So I like fruitcake. Fruitcake to me is like, I know we need to get to the sprint, but fruitcake is like candy corn and people's desire for it. Some people love it, other people hate it. Generally, there's not an in between. People either love it or hate it, just like candy corn. I love it, and I also love candy corn too. But I think it's awesome. Kat says hello. I don't think I've ever had fruitcake. Oh, get on it. Just buy a little cheap one, nothing super, because they can get super expensive. It's a lot of things that go into making a fruitcake, but I love it. There we go. Good job, good job, good job. Preparing for boot camp, y'all. Oh, we actually bought some Panettone a few weeks ago at the store, and it was delicious. It was just like fruitcake, but it didn't have all the fruits in it. Christmas pudding, cream or butter. Ooh, you just made me think I can put some liquor on a Panettone. I'm not gonna go that far, but all of this sounds good. Christmas pudding, give me some more. I don't drink these days, an exception for Christmas pudding. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Speaking of enjoyment, let's get to the sprint, okay? So 45, we're gonna do two of those, okay? So happy reading. See you in 45. Don't want to get copyrighted, y'all. Look at that. All of that mess we talked about, this alien infiltrate, and they still won. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, anyone who chose the green alien, you are indeed the winner for that race there. Okay. Oh man. I didn't see that coming, or maybe I did. I'm not sure. How did that sprint go for everybody? Let us know. Let us know. As you can see, I did indeed get dressed, so that's a plus. Got a shower, as I actually said I would, which normally does not happen. And I got dressed with my one and only holiday shirt, y'all. Sorry, I'm moisturizing my feet. One and only holiday shirt. What does this say? Dumb Smurf holiday. Smurfy holiday. And then this does not seem like it's trying to go right. There we go. Supposed to be the guiding star here. Y'all, hold up. So sad. So sad. Okay. What's going on? Oh, is that even better? No. Oh, I need some tips and tricks. No, this is not working properly. All right, well, it's supposed to be a star, y'all, for all of us. Oh, there we go. Look at me. I got it. Okay, I got it. And speaking of cuteness cam, if you were here on my last stream, you saw we had a little cuteness cam. She has decided to grace us with her presence. Say hi, boo boo. Hey. Oh, can you see her? Yeah. She is she's chilling. Kimmy. Hey, boo boo. All right, well. That's there we go. That's the cuteness cam. But how did that sprint go for everybody? Kat says hello to Molly, and Kat says your comparison of fruitcake to candy corn is spot on. I would prefer fruitcake over candy corn. Yes, some people are just not a big fan of fruitcake or candy corn. I don't know why. It's either you love it or you hate it. I've not found anybody that's like a go-between that likes oh, I like half like it. No, they either like it or like love it, or they're like, oh heck no, I'm not gonna even touch it. So oh, speaking of our trivia that we did earlier, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out these questions while we're going ahead talking about things. And here is a very interesting one. Which country invented candy canes, y'all? Which country invented candy canes? Let me go ahead and find our first timer, or last timer. We have another 45 minutes, then we'll be getting out of here, okay? And we're going to just go on straight to the Santa race. So I'll let y'all know that one in advance. There we go. Okay. So which country invented candy canes? Let us know which one you like. You know what? I'm not really liking this timer here. Hold up a second. I'm going to change something because I don't really think I'm liking that one. Let's do, where are we going to go at? We're going to do this one. Change it out a little bit, y'all. Okay, still 45 minutes is going to be our next one, just not that particular one. Okay, so like I said, question is trivia, holiday trivia. No Googling. We're not having any prizes or anything, but we're trying to go on the honor system. Which country invented candy canes? Kat says, if we are picking an elf, I'm rooting for the purple dude. The purple dude. Yeah, purple did not win. I was thinking of the purple, but I chose the little brown, number 2, and I named her Betty. And Betty did not win. Okay, so there we go. I don't think I've tried candy. Really? You've not tried candy corn? Oh, candy corn is awesome. I loved it. Okay, Alicia is for the win with Germany. Germany is the country that invented candy canes. So that's very interesting. I like candy canes. Okay, so let's tag on to that. What was the original color of candy canes? Let us know if you know that answer, okay? can't believe you've never tried candy corn. I love it. Some people are like, it tastes like wax, but I love it. I've always loved candy canes and candy corn, probably candy corn more than anything. And I like the pumpkins. Like I grew up with the little triangular cones, but the pumpkin ones are my favorite. They just have so much flavor to them that you just love it, love it, love it. But you don't want to eat too much candy corn, y'all, because candy corn is rich. And let's just say it does not sit with your digestive system very well if you are eating too much at one time. Okay. Too much of anything is a bad thing anyway. Mary was going to go with the elderly bearded, the bearded, sophisticated gentleman. Okay. He didn't win either. So, nah. Hey, Faithful, how are you doing? Hello to chat. Number 3 to win did not win. Hello, Coda. Good morning to everybody. Awesome. I hope you're having a good day. For all the newbies in the chat, what are y'all doing today for the holiday? Pre-holiday, holiday, it's all looped together. It's a good time, good excuse to do anything fun, okay? So anybody have an answer to the question, what was the original color of candy canes, which were invented in Germany, okay? I wonder how they got that idea. My star is not trying to stir, y'all. What is going on? I should find a way to tack it up like that. It's trying to do some stuff. We'll see. Merry Christmas, Dakota. And Mary says hello to everybody. Hey, Kiana, popping in to say hello before I start work today. Hope everyone is having a good day. See, I keep thinking today is a holiday for everybody. And yes, it is still a work day. It is a work day. You have reminded me, Kiana, okay? Hopefully it's a quick work day, and hopefully employers, are y'all around? Employers, hopefully they let you out early. Back when I was full-time in the military, we had this 59-minute rule thing, which means you can leave 59 minutes early before a holiday, which really was work half a day. But everybody has their things, Hopefully it's a quick, relaxed day, because ain't nobody really, really in the mood for work. You know what I'm saying? They're just there in bodies. Yeah, there's the alien. Yep. The alien overlord. Exactly. I keep looking to see if anybody. Oh, okay, there we go. Alicia has an answer. A white color. Yes. Originally, candy canes were white. I had no idea. Something new. I know they have candy canes in all different colors these days. You see them, but I definitely think that the best is the red and white, the peppermints. But y'all let me know what y'all think. What is your favorite flavor of candy cane? I definitely think the white is weird, the plain by itself. So I can't say I'm a huge fan of those, but a candy cane's a candy cane. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what's another one? Okay. What do Scandinavians call the Christmas season, y'all? What do Scandinavians call the Christmas season? For those of y'all that were not here before, we're doing a little Christmas trivia in between talking. Because I was lazy and a last minute person, I was working out earlier, but I did not get one where I could put it on the screen. I have an article. So don't look, because you'll probably run across it. But we are doing some holiday trivia in between our little talks. And we have one more sprint, a 45, and then we're going to get out of here and enjoy the rest of our day, okay? She's a cutie. Why are you on my TheraBand? Get up. Oh my gosh. She's trying to work out with my TheraBand, y'all. Yeah, she just in that don't want to be bothered, There we go. You don't GAF? You don't GAF? No, she's not trying to do that. Yeah, all right. She's had enough of being with me, okay? Like I said, she is my husband's road dog. I'm the excess person. And so since he's back, she is all in Phil. That's my husband's name. She is all in Phil mode. Give me time with him. So me being here is more of a nuisance of trying to get her to, you know, do anything, much less talk with me. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of grace. She's had a traumatic time slumming it with me the last week. Okay, it's been from her being with him 24/7, so then her being with me sometime and in between work. So it's not been a very pleasant time for her. She'll live. She's very spoiled and blessed. Okay, y'all. The question is, what do Scandinavians call the Christmas season? Let me see if anybody got it down here in the chats here. Okay, there we go. Kiana's coming through with it. Kiana and Alicia. Yep, Yuletide. There we go. Good job. Good time. Jewel. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm trying to find one that y'all might have a good chance in knowing. Okay. Which U.S. state has a town named North Pole? There you go. That's a good one. That might be a little bit too simple. We'll see. What U.S. state has a town that is named the North Pole? Okay. Who's trying to commandeer that? Let us know. Where was I in the chats here? Oh, I lost track. Okay. Merry Christmas to Coda, Team 84. There we go. Ashley finished 2 books. That's Sprint. Oh, look at you. Okay. Didn't have much on either. A Heart for Christmas and a Christmas bookshop. Not sure what I want to pick up next. You are rocking and rolling. I love that you're into the holiday season books. Can't say that I have done that. I've watched some holiday movies. I'm just dropping things, but not have ventured into any books. So that's pretty cool. And what I am reading is definitely not Christmas books. So good job with that. Hopefully they were good books for you and they all panned out to what you wanted them to be. It's always a good time when they pan out, right? Who wants to read a sucky book, especially for the holidays? You have any choices that you want to give us? Maybe we can help you out for what next. Or you could take a break. It is the holiday season, We'll see. You don't like candy canes or candy corn? How is that possible? How is that possible that you don't like those? Huh. So what has soured you on candy canes and candy corn? I would love to know. I can see candy corn. I think it's an acquired taste. Some people are like, it tastes like wax. I think it's that white part. Some people have an issue with. I don't know if it lacks flavor or not because I just pop it in my mouth. So maybe that's that. But I've loved some candy cane and candy corn. But what did candy cane do to you? Like, why is that yucky? We've already established that candy canes are really more white. Everybody say hi to Coda. Say hello. Oh, you have to work today and Friday. That's about right. Yeah, you get off just the holiday. I get it. Yeah, I work Friday and Saturday, so I'm going to enjoy the time I have off here. Let's see if anybody has had Alaska. There we go. Alicia got the answer. Alaska has a town named North Pole. That's not surprising though, really, is it? Here's one though. Here's one that may stump y'all. Remember, no Googling. What company created Rudolph? What company created our baby Rudolph? Let me know what you think. What company created Rudolph? That may stump some folks if you're not of like the older school variety. You know what I'm saying? Ashley says, luckily my office was closed today. Unfortunately, a lot of U.S. offices are open today. Yes, there are definitely a lot of offices that are open today, trying to get that last minute productivity and shmoney before everybody goes on hiatus. Because there is a lot of people that don't really work much between, or companies that are closed between Christmas and New Year's. It's just a very slow time of the year, and people tend to, take it easy, which I don't blame them one bit. Okay. As she says, my office. Oh, we are at that one. Yeah, closed. Kiana says hello to everybody. Yeah, I definitely like the red and white for sure. It's the bestest. Candy canes come in all colors and flavors. I just like traditional red and white. Exactly. That's the bestest. The bestest, the bestest. I'm just skipping over some of these guesses and stuff for the questions, okay? She is a multi slash Shih Tzu. So she has a little bit of mix and stuff. So works pretty well for her as being a cuddle bug here. In case y'all are wondering, I'm trying to get my little press on nails together. They were on and then they fell off. So that is what I'm doing here. It's a lesson in futility, I will tell you that. But that's okay. They only have to last today. They're for me. And that's it. So I have a ways to go. um Tough to be a puppy. I know, such a hard life it is. She is living the hard life for sure. Uh, yeah, I'm the favorite when she needs to cuddle. When the squirrels I was talking about earlier are on the skylight or the thunder. But I'm like, no, fam, you were not loving me before, so don't be coming around now. I'm not a summon timing. I'm one of those consistent girls. If you're not consistent, even if you're a dog, you get no love. That's my boo, though. I still feed her and take her for walks, but we're not going to do all that cuddle madness unless I want to, if you're going to choose me as cuddle miss. So it's on my terms. Stupid YouTube stopped on me again. Oh, sorry to hear. Yeah, YouTube's been some time. I think that YouTube is so big, of course, but everybody's doing Vlogmas and all that stuff, and so there's a lot of videos and a lot of contents being run through YouTube. I have no idea how they keep up with that at all, so I might have to give them a little holiday grace just in case they start acting stupid. Restreamer's doing that too, so if I start freezing like or something, then it's YouTube. Everybody says hi. 74% in The Smoke That Thunders by Erhu Kome and took a shower. That sounds very interesting. Let us know what that's about. Kiana doesn't like peppermint. Really? Very interesting. Okay, peppermint. I have not seen an answer, so we are still on this question. The question is, let me see. What company created Rudolph? What company created Rudolph? Hey, babe, do you know? My husband's over here. Hey, babe, do you know what company that created Rudolph?
I think I know.
What is it?
F-O-R-D.
He said Ford. You're talking about the motor company?
Yeah.
They
need a brighter light or something for their headlights, and they're like, oh, we can use the reindeer.
You hear that? Say that again. Don't come on screen. Just say that.
Ford Motor Company, they were getting complaints that their headlights weren't bright enough, and they thought about Rudolph with a bright red nose. They would make a song to promote headlight sale.
He is very creative. Gotta love him for that. But that is so not correct. Okay. Let me know if y'all did not hear that. Okay. Okay, back to Sprint. You just watched that. Are you eating sausage for breakfast?
This is my breakfast.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't want that.
You're my protein.
Please don't eat more than one of those fat riddled things. Oh my gosh, I can't. Anyway, so Kiana never liked peppermint, which is, I don't know. I like peppermint. I like those puff peppermints. You know, the puff, I think it's called puff peppermint, right? Puff peppermint. Why don't you like peppermint? I can see not being in love with it, but I like it. See, she has just left. My husband got and sat in this chair here, and the dog has decided to get up, and now she's right underneath him. No love. I'm sitting right next to her, but if I pet her, she starts going into a little ball. Hold up a sec. So, yeah, that's weird. Alicia says, I used to live in Alaska and I have an ornament from North Pole, Alaska. Oh, so you got the inside scoop. Okay, I ain't mad at that. Friday is a public holiday too in Ireland. Ooh, okay. So it's Christmas and Christmas Eve, both considered. I'm sorry, Christmas and the day after Christmas is considered the holiday. I know there's this thing called Boxer's Holiday, which is the day after Christmas. I found that out at a job a few years ago. I don't know exactly what that is. So let me know if any of y'all have any Any insight into why boxers? Like, are they boxing or is that like boxes? I don't know. Uh-oh, Alicia coming through. Character arcs created the movie, but he was created in Montgomery Ward department store. Ooh, see, that's what I'm saying. That's an old school thing. Montgomery Ward. I don't think they have those around. So Rudolph was created by Character Arts, but in a department store called Montgomery Ward. So there we go. There we go. Good answer. See, that one took us a while. I think that one's taken the longest of everything. Let me see what else in this article. I'm just skipping around. Let's see. I went all the way down. Let me go further up. Oh, okay. Here's one. What does Noel mean? You know, Noel, Noel. Okay, don't let me do that. What does Noel mean? I had never looked this up, so this is very interesting. Let me know if y'all know what that means. Ooh, okay, yeah. See, that's what I mean. I think Alaska cold all the way up there. Very easy answer to guess on that one. Coca-Cola. I would have thought Coca-Cola or Mattel as well. So y'all are very, very close to, you know, what I would have thought. Character arts. Alicia coming through with all the good answers. Okay. In my case, it might be that my phone is too low on space to keep the app running in the background. Delete some stuff. Delete. I do that very periodically. I always delete, and this is, I think, maybe helps for tracking. I don't know. Somebody told me this, but I always delete my browsing history after I use my computer. And I mean, I'm pretty sure if I commit a crime and the FBI needs to come and check my history, I'm pretty sure they can find it. But I'm hoping that gets rid of some of the cookies and the virus people, you know. But I always delete my browsing history on my computer after I use it, and also on my phone if I'm surfing the internet. And then periodically, I mean, I won't say it's consistent, just every once in a while, I will go through pictures and delete some stuff as well. You know, it's YouTube, so we probably create or take a lot of pictures and little videos sometimes. So those things, after I use them, I don't need them anymore. I'm always downloading something. So that's another good reason to delete the cookies and the browsing history and delete some of these things just to get them off your phone. That'll free up some space. So that's my only tips and tricks. You know, delete some apps if you no longer use them. I do appreciate the pop-ups. Hey, you haven't used this app in like 3 years. You want to get rid of it? You know, that type thing. I do hate, though, that computers, like especially Google, preloads things on your phone and won't let you get rid of some things. Like it'll say, if you delete this, your phone won't go right. And I did that once, and sure enough, I started having issues with my phone. So whenever they say, are you sure your phone's not going to operate right? Then I'm like, no, keep it. So that contributes. So I looked it up, so I can't guess now. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Molly. Good thing on that one. Rankin Bass. I have never heard of that. Headlights. Yeah, puffed peppermints are good. They just melt in your mouth. They're just so good. Oh, my mom has taught me the appreciation for kind of like some older school candy. Okay, so I'm not mad at it. Like, you know how they have the what is that? Like, is it called peppermint ribbon? Like the ribbon candy. I don't buy that now, but my mom always had that at holiday time. She would have like these dishes of ribbon candy, and you can eat on that sucker for forever. It just, you know, you suck on it until the color goes away, and then you chew it. Like that's the system. Okay. But then you can put it in drinks and teas and things like that. Christmas and the next day, which is All Stevens Day. I have never heard of that. Okay. Ireland has some interesting traditions. Boxing Day is the UK. Okay, the UK. And at least some Commonwealth country, it's the container type of box. Ooh, okay, box. So they celebrate, is it because of all the consumerism for the holidays? They're celebrating boxing. I know I'm a stretch. Okay, let me know while we're celebrating boxing. Let me know. Okay, Molly's coming through with Born. I will give you that. Noel means Christmas or birth. Alicia does not mean Christmas Carol. Yeah, Noel means Christmas or birth. Okay. Okay, here is, now that's too easy. I was going to do Who Wrote a Christmas Carol, but that's way too easy. Charles Dickens. So we're not going to even do that. Here's what we're going to do, though. What year was Christmas declared a federal holiday? Let's do on that one. Have some good guesses before you Google it, okay? What year did the United States declare U.S. federal holiday for Christmas? Ashley said, definitely helps to clear cache on your browser. It does. It does. Even when you use streaming apps, like my husband uses, I don't know how we get TV, but I know it's a bunch of apps and it's complicated. Okay. So I keep it very simple when I do watch TV, but he is always clearing a cache of some sort on that because something always is jacking up. So if we try to do TV and TV isn't doing, then he starts doing some cache that says something about TVs in Miami or Venezuela. And I'm like, how is this coming from? And then I don't ask. I told him if Napster people, like back in the day, the FBI come to the door, it's like, I don't know nothing about nothing. Okay, I don't know what happens. Where did my cursor go, y'all? It's here. There we go. Okay. I need to delete a lot. I want to copy my photos on my laptop first. See, I said that I would do that and I don't. I think about this though, like with photos, it's like, who's really looking at them? Like, it depends on how much you want to keep and how much you think you're really going to relook at them. Like, I have a Google phone and I stopped that whole, how with Google, if you do like your local downloads, Google, your apps will download it to your Google Photos. I hated it doing it like that because it will copy the most mundane thing. Like if I'm taking like a quick photo or something for content, or I'm taking 3 or 4 photos and I only select one, you know how you do, right? It saves all of that stuff to my Google Photos. So when I delete it on my phone, it doesn't delete it off that. So I had like triples, duplicates. I would have like 20 photos of something random I took that I wound up deleting everything and it's saved. I didn't realize that till after a while. So I had tons of crap I could probably go through and delete with Google, but it's so time consuming. So I have a lot of local things on my phone. But I still have folders that are duplicates that I have not gone through that are saved on Google, like Drive or Photos or something. So I don't need both. So that's one of those things that y'all need to think about. If you have like an Android phone, how many duplicates do you have? Like something that's on Google Drive and Google Photos. Because mine used to do that and it's like double the data and I got rid of that. So it's like, there's a lot of things you can get rid of. Just think about, do you really need this? Or are you really going to go back and look at it? I hate that you can't delete apps you don't want. Exactly. Just throwing things at you. I left pudding shop too late. I only saw one yesterday, but it had nuts in it, which I mostly can't have. Asked X to buy a pudding, but he didn't see any. Okay. Are we talking about like cake? Because I'm in the US. So in the US, like, how you have spotted dick, which is kind of like a custard or a pudding to y'all, but it's really like a cake. So like, are we talking about a cake, like a birthday cake texture, or a pudding creaminess like Jell-O? I'm just curious. Okay, so the question was, what year did the US declare Christmas a federal holiday? Let's see. I'm looking. Mill said 1880. You were close. Hold on, let me go back here. You were close. You're close. 39, 43. Okay, y'all are in the 1800s. I will say that, but Mel is the closest. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead so we can get through it and say it was 1870. So 1870s, the US declared Christmas a federal holiday. That's 5 years after they officially on paper declared Black people no longer in bondage. I'm just saying. I'm reading Black AF history. Very interesting and enlightening, by the way. So, but yes, so 1870. Here's a good question. What U.S. state was the first to recognize Christmas? Hey, babe, since you're here, you can throw out some answers if you want to as well.
What U.S. state?
Yeah, what U.S. state was the first to recognize Christmas, y'all? Let us know.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Ali, you only get one answer, and that's not it. He said Pennsylvania. Alicia said Boxing Day was celebrated on December 26th, the day after Christmas, originated in Britain as a day for the wealthy to give Christmas boxes with gifts, money, or leftovers to servants and tradespeople. Hold up. Leftovers. He's laughing. Leftovers. Hold up. You're giving me some leftovers? That's jacked up. How is that considered? Oh, okay. Well, I guess if you had nothing and somebody gives you something, I'm going to take it. I mean, I have stuff now, but if you're going to give me something, I'll take it too, as long as it's, something that enhances my life, used or not. But you talking about leftovers? Are we talking about food or leftover things that they got for the holiday that they don't want? Sometimes rich people leftovers can be good. I ain't gonna lie, but still, I'm just stuck on leftovers. Okay, well, I'm learning something new. We get a box of leftovers. Okay, that's foul. That sounds so foul. Oh my God. Let me see if somebody have the answer for what state first celebrated. Alicia, did you look that up? Alicia says Alabama, which is correct. Okay. Alabama was the first to celebrate Christmas in the United States. Oh man, where am I at? Okay. Let's see. What's the next one? Okay. Which U.S. president? This is the last U.S. specific question because I want to be more inclusive, but I'm from the US, so I'm biased. We're biased and selfish. That's what we do, right? Which US president banned Christmas trees? Which US president was a hater, y'all? Let us know. US president was a hater that banned Christmas trees. I don't have a history on that, but I'd be curious to know what the history behind that is. Why was he a hater? Molly says Boxing Day is older than the current commercialism, but I'm not sure what it is because a day off, maybe servants had a day off. Maybe they gave him a day off with that used gifts. Okay. So, it should be called Indian Giver Boxing Day or something, but yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Charles Dickens did write A Christmas Carol. Molly said, I'm pretty sure it was Gonzo who wrote A Christmas Carol. Was that Charles Dickens, his nickname? Molly's funny. Alicia said, I keep all my photos on a portable hard drive. Yeah, but then it fills up and you got to buy more. It's just a pain in the butt. We'll say that I do miss the albums, photo albums, because I think I look at pictures more with a photo album than I do on digital. But we always have our phone, so it varies. But I definitely will be deleting some stuff that I probably won't go through again. So I have concert videos. You know how you have concert videos for when you go out? It's a great time. You're showing people all that stuff. I normally post a lot of that on Facebook, not that I use it very often, but I have a personal Facebook that I post things to. So it's like, do I really need these on my phone? Because videos take up a lot of storage. So I'll probably delete that, because I don't really look at those, but I know where to find it. So yeah, I think about things like that. Marty is spelling the truth. It's easier to keep all the photos than to make decisions. That is true. That is so true. It is easier to keep the photos than to figure out what to get rid of. That is true. And that is why I stopped going through my Google Photos and deleting duplicates, because I was like, this is too much work. I got my photo storage size underneath what they said I needed to not pay for it. And then I rolled with it. And that's the only time, truthfully, that I start manicuring those photo albums is when Google's like, you're almost out of storage. Do you want to pay something a month for extra storage? No, I don't. So then I start deleting stuff. So people's kids are like 20 years old. Why do I need a photo from when they were 7 and lost a tooth? I don't need that anymore. Delete, that's the type of stuff that gets thrown away. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Hermie, how are you doing? Wanted to pop in and say hi. Hope you have the loveliest of festival periods. You too as well. Stay warm, okay? Stay warm and eat some good stuff. What was the question? Question was, the Hey Your President. So which U.S. president banned Christmas trees? Do we have an answer yet? Let me look further down. President Scrooge. You are so correct, but that's not the official name. My husband is keeping track. The state was Alabama, babe. Yeah. Let's see. So you have an answer on the president? Which
banned it?
Yeah, Christmas trees.
I'm gonna say Hamilton.
No.
No.
Wait. Nope. You only get one answer. You are cut off. Nope. No more guesses.
No, I'm not guessing. I'm trying to.
I need an answer. Anybody got an answer? Roosevelt. Yes, Teddy Bear Roosevelt decided to ban it. I don't know what his issue was, but he had issues. Molly said Adams, and Mel said George Washington. They don't want them apple trees on there. Let's see, what's another one? Why is everything coming up with the United States? I'm trying to get away from us in the United States and go to here's one. I had no idea on this one. In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what is the name of Scrooge's long lost fiance? Scrooge's had a fiance? Okay. A long lost fiance. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what? He was lonely. Oh, I don't remember that at all. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna see some other stuff while y'all screw on that one. What in the world was that one? Okay, I got some other ones. So what is the name of Scrooge's long lost fiance, y'all? Let us know. The one that did him dirty, that was like, nope, I'm out. Peace. Where was I at? Merry Christmas to Hermie. Alicia said, excuse me, what is it called? Spotted dick. You've not heard of that? I first saw it in a can and I was like, what? But it's like a custard pudding cake thing. I don't know. I've seen it as like a pudding, like a solid pudding in a can. And I've also seen it as like a little like cake. But spotted dick, yes. Very weird. But it tastes good. It tastes almost like a fruit cake, kind of. Atia, you heard her correctly. Exactly. The things we eat, okay? I'm telling you. There's some things that sound really bad, but taste so good. Spotted dick is good. Another thing, it's not a Christmas thing. It's called Boudin. Boudain. Is delicious, okay? You only really find it in Texas and Louisiana. Although I did find some in the grocery store here in Florida the other day. I was shocked. But it's so good. It's like a pork rice product. If you've been around my channel, you have heard me mention this a few times. I don't mention it a lot, but it's delicious. Okay, delicious. Doesn't sound appealing, but it is. Same thing with Boudin. That sounds really weird, but it will change your life. You'll eat it and be like, I want some. Let me go find a trip to Texas so I can get some. Christmas pudding is heavy and heavier than fruitcake. Oh, really? Okay. It's got raisins and I don't know what else in it. It sounds like spotted dick. That's what it sounds like. But I don't think that is as heavy as fruitcake though. So I'm gonna have to go try to find this Christmas pudding now. Traditional of Christmas pudding with brandy butter. Ooh, brandy butter. Okay, you should have led with that. Okay. But I use it as an excuse to have alcohol and cream with it. I bought brandy cream and Bailey's cream. I'll have it with mince pies. Never had a mince pie, but you are not speaking any lies in anything that you just said in your message. So high five on that one, okay? Nope, I didn't look it up. I have a lot of useless knowledge in my brain. You're smarty. They said take this leftover dinner and scram. I know, man. I thought Boxer's Day was something kind of cool. Now I'm offended. And we don't even celebrate it. Although I am working, so I'm getting a paycheck. So I guess I'm celebrating it in a great way. But that's kind of rude. Here's my leftover shit. I didn't want this, so you can have it. Molly finished digital albums useful on my Android phone, but on my iPad, the photos stay on the main row even if they're in an album. See, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of things. Did you say Bush? Oh my God. Hey, random guesses get it done. What was our question? Oh, Scrooge's, I need that. Scrooge's fiance's estranged fiance's name. Mary is not Belle. There we go. Alicia for the win. I'm telling y'all, if we were taking score, Emily would have started at the beginning, but now Alicia has taken the lead. Okay. All right, let's get to another question, then we'll try to get to a sprint. Let's see something of a challenges. These are easy. Frosty's nose is made of a button. Who pulls the sleigh? It's a reindeer. It's too easy. What's another one? All these United States questions. What do people call the tradition of decorating the tree? What is that tradition of decorating the tree? Alicia says President Theodore Roosevelt famously didn't have one at the White House due to his conservation views and lack of family tradition, leading to myths that he banned them. Though his son snuck one in and trees became standard after. Oh, okay. Little Teddy didn't get the idea of a Christmas tree back in the day. Okay, that works. Why did he have to sneak it in? Why couldn't he just come in through the front door? What's up with that? He's a hater. He was a hater because, he didn't grow up with all those traditions and stuff. So sometimes you got to be taught. I have had my moments of being called a hater too. So I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to dislike him for other historical reasons and beliefs versus that one. There are plenty for American history and presidents to like people for besides something as petty as a Christmas tree. Victoria. Yeah, it was Belle. There's Boudin. Oh, Kiana, snap. You know about Boudin? That's what I'm talking about. I knew I liked you. Yeah, it's delicious, okay? People always like, what is that? When you say the name and then they get whiff of it and they're like, I want some more, please. Give me some more. It's a totally different attitude change. Molly says, look like spotted dick is a steamed pudding. So it's Christmas pudding, usually served with custard. Yeah, I've only ever had it by itself. And I've definitely had it twice with different textures to it. So I'm not sure what that's about. But either way, it was delicious. Get over the name and you'll get something good that you like. So Molly's like, yes, please. What if you don't have any rich people? No leftovers for you? Yep. You get them old dirty boxes. That's what happens. It's nothing good. Only Christmas bushes allowed in Bush presidencies. And it has to be covered in snow. Alicia is Miss Claus at this point. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. In the family. Dressing the tree is not it. The question is where are we at? What is the tradition? Hold on, I want to give the answer. Where are we at? What do people call the tradition of decorating the tree? It has a specific name. So decorating the tree is not it. What is the tradition of decorating the tree? We're going to do one more, then we'll go to our final sprint here. I'm trying to figure out what's another question that's not US based. Oh, here's another one. Okay, around the world tradition. Maybe we'll do a few of these. Are y'all liking these, by the way? I hope y'all are getting y'all juices and brains flowing this early Christmas Eve morning. I enjoy a lot of little knowledge. Oh, no one has an answer yet? What? Okay, we're going to throw out another one, but keep looking at that one. Oh, Alicia, you Googled that, man. Trimming the tree. Yes, that is the tradition of decorating the tree, is trimming it. Oh, ooh, this is interesting. Let me know if y'all do this. This is around the world traditions. What do some people put inside of a Christmas pudding? Huh. I've never heard of this. I think that may be a bit dangerous. Decking the halls. That's a good guess. That is a very good guess, but it was trimming the trees. Yep. There we go. Okay, y'all. What do some people put? Where's my water? No, it's another kitchen. What do some people put inside of a Christmas pudding? That is very interesting. What'd you say, babe?
Eyeballs.
He said eyeballs. I will tell you that is not the answer. Okay. Okay. A ring? Oh, what we doing? We celebrating? That's not the answer, but I will take it. Although that is dangerous, though, because what if you ingest it? You know how people do that to propose? You got to be careful if you're going to propose with a food object, okay? A coin. You are correct. A coin. Did Molly say 3 beans? What are we growing? No. It is a coin. A coin. Yes. Kiana says it's called Make My Kids Do It, then Mom moves everything later in my house. That is what you do. You got to get the kiddos involved in decorating the tree. I don't get the idea of people put it up by themselves when you have a whole house full of people. I would just not do it. Although I did put up all of my decorations myself, but my husband was not here. We kept talking about it, and he was coming back right before Christmas. And I knew that if I didn't do it myself since he was gone, it just wasn't going to happen. So I did it minimal, and I did exactly what I wanted. So that's the thing about doing things yourself. You do exactly what you want. And if somebody else complains, then they can just complain because I did what I wanted since I did it, What country began the tradition of hanging stockings? What about that? What country began the tradition of hanging stockings? I wonder if they did it above the mantle. What'd you say, babe? Mm-hmm. Phil says Sweden. I'm going to wait for a few guesses before we get on there. What country began the tradition of hanging stockings? Molly 3 beans is not it. Hey, Jesse, how are you doing, Miss Lady? What is going on? Happy holidays. Almost 6 a.m., but River woke me up. It is their birthday today. Oh, there we go. What are you going to do for the baby's birthday? Get a little catnip in the mix? What are we doing for the kitty's birthday? Thinking mixed fruit. See, I would have thought it was a food object if I had not read that answer. I did not expect a coin. I wonder what is the instance, like the percentage or whatever instance, a likelihood that people ingested that and had some issues. Molly says in Ireland, we put a ring or a coin in a traditional Halloween fruitcake called brack. It's wrapped in grease-proof paper, so there's no risk of swallowing without noticing. Oh, see, I know some people that will challenge that whole I can't swallow it without noticing bit, okay? So you gotta really be careful. But that to me sounds kind of like king cakes. Like during February, I think in New Orleans, you have Mardi Gras, and they put the little baby inside of the king cake. And the tradition is whoever finds the baby in their slice has to buy the next king cake next year, blah, 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 blah. That to me is what that sounds like. That sounds kind of fun. Once y'all start putting some green dollars in there, you let me know, okay? I will go find some pudding. Alicia says everyone gets involved and we'll make a whole day of it. Oh, that's cool. See, I like that idea. I think the three beans is a Spanish tradition. Oh, I take my word for it. Okay, we're back for it. It wasn't meant to, by the way, be offensive. I was just like, beans? Is it warm outside? Yeah, okay. Iceland, England. What was the question? She began the tradition of hanging stockings. Finland. I wonder if some of these countries are in there. No. We're going to go back. Scandinavia. Nope. Video react to for Read the Beats, which is so exciting. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. Who is it with? Who is it with? Let us know. Myra. Is that a country? What's Myra? I think it is how modern day Turkey. Oh, no, we don't have an answer. Okay, so I'm going to tell you it is the Netherlands. So I'm probably not up, product of American education system. Are any of these countries included in the Netherlands area? Let me know. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, well, here's another one that the answer, I'll tell you up front, is also the Netherlands. In which country do children put their shoes out for Santa? Does anybody actually do that? What three gifts did the wise men bring to baby Jesus? Let me know. And we got one more after this one, and then we'll go to our last sprint. What three gifts did the wise men bring to baby Jesus? Yeah, I wouldn't have got it either. I don't blame you. Hey, you're not listening. Oh, I have a G.I. Joe Santa outside that's fallen down because I put him to the side. So I was going to have my husband erect him back up, but we'll figure it out. Yep. Oh, Germany does that too? Okay. And Netherlands was that.
Front door. Entry.
Did you fix the G.I. Joe Santa?
No, I was trying to figure out where it's plugged in.
It's not plugged in yet.
Oh,
You can put them in a yard and plug them into the timer if you want. Time to the tree or something. I've heard of the shoes for Netherlands. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Some people do that year round.
Front door.
What three gifts did the wise men bring? What three gifts? Frankincense, gold, and myrrh. There we go. Alicia for the win. Good job. And the last one. Which Christmas figure comes from the Swiss tradition and punishes misbehaving children with a broom of twigs? That's interesting. I definitely would not have said this, but I would have had a ready answer, but I wouldn't have said this. So which Christmas figure comes from the Swiss tradition and punishes misbehaving children with a broom of twigs? I've never heard of this one, okay? Never. I was typing as fast as I could and then couldn't spell. That's why I don't type these, because I knew I would not. See, this is what I would have said, Krampus, because that's all I know. But that is not the answer. So, yeah, I'm going to let y'all stew on that one. I'm going to paste it into the comments here, but I'm not going to put it yet, just in case somebody doesn't get it or spells it incorrect. But yeah, I've never heard of this, so definitely very interesting. Let's see. I'm going to put this timer up here. We have a reindeer race coming up. Reindeer. Nope, not Krampus. Not Krampus here. Not Krampus. We got some reindeer, y'all. Pick your poison. Who's the cutest? Cutie patooties are going to win. All of that one. Hold on. All right. Where am I at? Sorry, I'm doing some little housekeeping back here. Let's see. Do we have an answer? Oop, I went way back in the chat, y'all. I could only think of Black Pete, but he's Dutch, I'm pretty sure. Mel says, I'm flabbergasted. Nope. Krampus is, what is Krampus? Krampus. Yeah, I may have to Google this one. Yeah, exactly. Krampus is, what tradition is Krampus? Krampus is Krampus. Krampus, if I can spell. Krampus is Central Eastern Alpine folklore. Give me a country. Oh, Germany. So Krampus is German. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Anybody got the answer? I'm flabbergasted. I think Molly is right. Nope. Why is the number one look sick? It don't look sick. Why is it green? Number one has jaundice, y'all. Number one is jaundice, but you know what? Home dude still showed up for the race, even though he was sick. Okay, so give him a little grace. Yeah, why does he look weird? Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, we're gonna move on because nobody's getting this one right here. I think y'all have moved on from this already, but I can tell. This is the answer. The answer is smoochily. I can't even say it. That's why I typed it. Smoochily. So smoochily is a Christmas figure from Swiss tradition that punishes misbehaved children with a broom of twigs. So let me see if there's any in this whole thing about Krampus. Nope, Krampus is not even mentioned anywhere in this article. That's interesting. I'm gonna keep this article on the screen. Maybe my husband and I'll go through some of these later on. Okay, so yes, I'm laughing my tail off. Oh my god. Okay, yes. Number one does look kind of sick. I'm gonna go with number three though. Number three is kind of festive. Remind me with the hat of like Flapper Girl or something. Top hat reindeer. Molly is number four. Okay, is that Alicia, did Schmutzli, if I'm saying that right, was that the Google answer that you got, or was it something else? Mel is choosing number four because you like the top hat. Everybody's choosing number four. Y'all know something I don't know? Number one is a product of capitalism. Coming to work even though they got the flu. And they're still happy, okay? Convincing themselves they're happy, okay? Number four is the boss. Auntie is definitely a U.S. reindeer. Oh my God, y'all are cracking me up today. Well, okay, well, we got pretty much almost everybody for number four. I'm gonna choose number three, okay? It's the rival. Y'all talking about number four, okay? Number four has good work ethic, being sick and still came in. So watch they win. Watch. Okay, y'all. Happy reading, okay? See you in 45. know why this sound kept trying not to come off every time I would say something. Okay. Anyway, that was the cuteness cam that I had for Cammie there. She was not enthused by any means whatsoever. No, she's not. Anyway, number 2 was the winner. I'm not sure any of us selected number 2. Let me know if you selected number 2 there. Okay. By the way, I put in a link here for the Bootcamp Readathon. That's Readathon I'm hosting the 1st through the 15th of January. All abilities, a little bit of everything for everyone, whether you exercise, whether you don't, it is there. So take a look at that announcement video if you are interested and see what you want to do for the beginning of the year. Good start, okay? But that was the last sprint, by the way. Much appreciated. Hold on. Where am I at on this one? Hold up a second. There we go. Okay. Okay, Atia said, I'm going to choose number 1 to cheer for my fellow American. I have to do things very slowly before I forgot to take my anti-migraine tablet yesterday, or head desk. Oh, I know that could definitely be a challenge, okay? So if you got to take things slowly, then go right ahead. Drink plenty of water, okay? Mary says, thanks, Courtney, for sprints and chat. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. I appreciate y'all all being here for the trivia. It was a good time. I definitely learned some things that I had no idea about, okay? So hopefully you take some of that knowledge, maybe do a little holiday trivia of your own with your family. Molly says, Merry Christmas. Hey, Lexi, how are you doing? Happy holidays. Getting things ready for Christmas at my dad's tonight. And I have a few hours till then. Ooh, what you gonna do? Good time, good times. Hopefully you have a good time with the family. You know, it's always nice to just kind of chill and relax the people that love you the most. Molly says, I have some stuff from yesterday's shop to put away, some stuff in the car, dishwasher empty, recycle and toss to rinse, and clothes mostly folded. You have been very productive. I am not mad at that at all, okay? Not mad at that at all. That sprint, I ate breakfast, so that was good, and spoke to my husband, so okay, that was my productivity. I did look at some book stuff, though, I will say that, so, but very productive. It's always nice to be. There's the link for Bootcamp Readathon that I was talking about. Molly has checked the moves printer. Check the movers printer is plugged in, but didn't print any recipes yet. Oh, okay, I get you. Oh, I bet you there's tons of really great recipes for the holiday season if you're trying to cook something. It's just, do I have the ingredients, you know? 4, yep. Some with some lose some, right? Ashley says, I started Quicksilver doing that sprint, also switched the laundry over. Yay for productivity. It's funny you mentioned that because I went to work yesterday and I noticed I work with a lot of readers, which is lovely. I like it. And I passed by a book, big black book with some, I think it's like gold siding or whatever, on my coworker's desk. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm taking a little glance, and it was Brimstone. And of course, I had to look that up. And yes, it's the sequel to Quicksilver. So y'all are reading the same thing. It was a thick book too, I tell you, but she had just finished reading it, and it took her 2 weeks. So definitely really rich for my blood, but I was happy that she was enjoying something new. So I think you'll like it too. Alicia says, I got the whiskey cookies mixed up and started and got 2 trays done. Lots to go. Did you take a little side note for yourself? Shot for the cookies, half a shot for me. Thanks for sprints and trivia. Hope you and yours have a wonderful Christmas. You too as well. Y'all all stay blessed, okay? I think it's going to be a great holiday. Remember, holidays, excuse me, are what you make of it. I'm making some allergies. Whew. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Merry Christmas to everyone from Ashley. Same thing from Alicia. Lexi says, I'm good. I have off till Monday. Oh, that's awesome. Going around and getting things done. Enjoy that time off, girl. I'm happy for you. Okay. I have to go. Oh my gosh. What is up with me? Whew. I think it's you, Cammie. My husband trimmed her a little bit. I think maybe it's her. Can't wait to read Brimstone. Okay, that ought to be a good time. She said she enjoyed it, and she's on the second book, so Quicksilver must be awesome. Lexi said, "Don't try going to the stores today." Ooh, I do not want to do that. Okay, I'm going to try my best to stay out of it. But if I happen to pass by one and it's not super busy, and I think of something I need, which I don't think there's anything I need, then maybe. I had to go last night to get migraine preventative because that's when it was due, and it wasn't going to have enough to last until the 26th. Yeah, I bet you it is a nightmare. I went the other day, and that's as far as I plan to go. There's nothing that I actually really need. I wouldn't mind, after we've been talking about fruitcake so much, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of that, but it's not something that I feel like I have to have. So unless I pass by like a little store or something that don't look busy, I have no desire. Ashley said this is a chunky book for sure. I'm not a typical fantasy reader, so I'll see how I like it. I think you will like it. Let us know. Let us know. I am reading Black AF History. I plan to finish that. And then after that, I guess I'll read something from my Prime folder. So that's my mood reading for the rest of the year type thing that I'm doing up until boot camp in January. So y'all, this is the last sprint for me for this week. There is one more sprint. Is there? Hold up. Well, actually, this is my last sprint for the year for me because I have a bunch of work being done. I work next Tuesday and Wednesday. So last sprint for the year on Tangible Reads. It's been a great year, y'all. I appreciate all the support that y'all have given me. It's been a good time. And, I'm all about having some fun. I am not afraid to make fun of myself and have some good fun on the channel. So hopefully y'all continue that same vein with me in January, okay? I will be sprinting on an off day. As you know, I normally sprint on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. is my normal sprinting. However, with Boot Camp Readathon starting on the 1st of January through the 15th of January, I will be sprinting on some off times. So my next sprint will actually be January 1st at 12 p.m. EST. For the kickoff for Boot Camp Readathon. So I hope to see you there. That sprint, we will just be doing some reading and some stretching and talking, okay? Because we got to get into it, okay? But take a look at Boot Camp Readathon. It should be a good time. Like I said, all ability levels, even if you're not trying to like move too much, but just trying to start your year off right. So Ashley went to a couple of stores and it wasn't bad. Yeah, last minute stuff, y'all. It's probably hit or miss. The earlier or the later, the better. I guarantee it. A cup of coffee is always good. 30 minutes. That's a long time. I went to Walmart the other day and it was not pretty. If you don't have to, just try to deal without it, okay? Thank you, Christina, for popping in. Much appreciated. Snowman need water. Have a cup of cheer, a cookie, laundry, meds, stretch, and have the cozy blessings. I'm all for it, okay? All for it. Christina, I think you would have gotten some of the holiday trivia we had earlier. It was a good time. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all take care. Stay blessed, stay warm, and eat some good food, okay? Bye, y'all.